and also the heater switch if you want to do the temperature control. So I'll go.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
it's gonna feel you can adjust the temperature, right?
Yeah. Well, this
Works
shows
okay for you?
this shows the temperature set point. To adjust it, you would go to
Settings.
yep. Settings, hardware, temperature, and you would adjust it in here.
And I will see you later.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Yeah, we'll see you
Thank
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thanks.
So while we're at it, maybe I'll just go through here. So you can adjust the temperature setting. So as I said, at about 22, 23 degrees above ambient is doable. It's a 70 watt heater. You can also, this is a rarely used option actually, but I'll just cover it briefly. So you can, when the motor is at rest, there isn't actually any current running to the motors. The actuators are fairly self-locking. But if you were doing force control at very high forces, sometimes the motors can start to lose steps. So if I activated this, the motors will start, here I'll just do it. So there's a current running to the motor and electrically locking it. So it makes the motion a bit smoother at very high levels, of course.
Okay.
But that is very rarely needed.
Okay. But that's only used for most of the time load control.
Mhm.
That's, okay.
Yeah, load
And
control.
also the very high force making.
Yeah, but really under displacement control, under the maximum load, it won't make a difference.
Okay.
So you can adjust the camera, the gain settings and everything. So I think we were best when we set that back down to 10.
And what's that unit like? 10?
It's just a scale. You don't want gain to go above about 40 because that's an artificial, that's a digital method of increasing brightness.
Okay.
So if you set that too high, the image is going to start to distort a little bit.
Okay.
You don't want to set shutter any higher than 10 or it can start to blur a little bit. That
That's
external,
for the camera.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's the external sync pulse I told you about. You can do anything from 1 hertz down to, there's some minimum on the frequency of the sync
Okay.
pulse you can output. So this just shows you the actual calibration factor for the load cells, if you need to refer to that. But anyway, we'll go ahead and do an actual test. So I'll just grab this backing material here because we need something to be able to puncture into when we're loading a sample.
This is a pin cushion.
Basically.
Oh, it says that's the one you use to pick it up.
So this is just a suggested method I'll show you for mounting samples. Based on the consistency of your sample and really how sticky it is, you may find your own best method for doing this. But we find it works best to do something akin to the procedure that I'm kind of going to go through here. So this is just a little stage we can use for mounting. So I'll grab that, do you have that little block right there? We find that's useful just for pressing it into place. Good.
It's going to need to come a little bit down, perhaps.
Just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. Simply because you actually want a little bit of space at each corner, or else sometimes this can sort of enlarge into one single hole on the corners. So giving us a bit more room there can be useful.
So we are using this one.
Yes.
Okay. And have it So for this 48